Um, one thing I realized, I still can be really cruel to people with my words. I can be very cruel, mean. I can. So mean that I'm like, I hope they're still alive. I'm not kidding. I'm like, I hope they didn't take themselves out. That's how mean I can be, and I admit that. But I grew up around psychopaths. That's all I know. You know what I'm saying? It's cruelty. But God's teaching me a different way. Yes. And I served. I served. I was with the enemy a lot of my life, so I know cruelty. I do. Better than you know. So that's what I realized. So when someone cuts me down, I can cut them down even worse. I can. Especially if you show a video of yourself. That's what I realized. It's game on. It's game on. You cut me down and you have video of yourself. It's over. You're done. I'm like, you're up. Whoa. You shouldn't be cutting me down at all. You shouldn't be cutting me down at all. You need help. You need way more help. I'm not kidding. Enough said. But we're all broken. But it's funny how like some people don't think so. They're messed up. I actually admit it. I'm messed up. They don't. They don't admit it. I do. That's why I'm at the curve. I admit that I'm messed up. I admit it. I admit I need God's help. I admit it. They don't. They think they're perfect. They think they're all perfect. No flaws, nothing. It's funny. So that's where I can hit them. I can hit someone in any point. Any point I can hit them. Even if I can't see them, I can see their weaknesses by what they say. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, can hit them there, can hit them there, can hit them there. So I can be pretty cruel. I can. I'm telling you, I don't like this world. I only like a small handful of people. Small, very small handful. And that's just recently. That's just recently. I like a small handful of people, just a small few. That's only recently. Most of my life, I wanted everyone to die. Burn. I'm not kidding. So, I've come a long ways. I've come a long way. You know what I'm saying? People that cut me down, I'm like, you should not be cutting anyone down. You should not be cutting anyone down. I'm surprised you're still alive. I'm surprised you haven't, you know what I mean? No kidding. Like, man, they shouldn't be cutting anyone down. No, you know what I'm saying? They shouldn't be cutting me down at all. That's what's funny. That's what I thought my whole life. I'm like, these psychopaths are so messed up. These psychopaths they're clearly messed up. How come they don't see how messed up they are and end their own lives? How? How is that possible? I said that most of my life. How do they not see how messed up they are and just end their own lives? I don't know. I don't know. It's always been a riddle. It's always been a riddle. You know what I mean? The psychopath riddle. Yeah. It's always been a riddle to me. Yeah. Man. But I also thought about that with God. I'm like, how could God watch all this and not end his own life? How could God sit back and watch all this chaos and not end his own life? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it goes far. That's the kind of honor I have. If I did like half the stuff like a psychopath does to people, treats people, I probably would have ended my life. What? Yeah. That's why they confuse me. They do. I'm like, man, they're still alive. I'm like, what? I'm shocked when I see they're still alive. I'm like, what? They're still going? The robots from hell, the sentinels, they keep going, my friends. They keep going. They don't end their own selves. They don't. Yeah. But anyways, enough about that. See how cruel I can be. See how cruel I can be. Yeah. That's how cruel I can be. Line up all the psychopaths, make them end themselves. Line them up, pour gasoline on them, light them on fire. See how cruel I can be. It's legit. That's the type of stuff I've been through. That's the type of stuff I've seen. Line up all the psychopaths, causing everyone harm. Light them on fire for all to see. Thank you. Can we go to that? Can we go now? Okay. Okay, thank you. Can we live in peace on this earth now? Thank you. Yeah, I can be ruthless, you know what I mean? But I learned from the best. I learned from the best in cruelty. I did. Not just my biological father, but Satan himself. I learned from the best. You won't find anyone more cruel than those two. My biological father, psychopath, and Satan. Those two together. You won't find any more cruel individuals on this earth. Never. That's the kind of whip I was under most of my life. Yep. Most of my life. God is just a recent discovery. Walking with God is just a recent discovery. Most of my life was just being whipped by the enemy. You know what I mean? Like it seems like the atheists are. It seems like the atheists are being whipped by the enemy, like I was. You know, attacking believers in God, attacking. No, they say no. They're like, there's no Satan, so he leaves them alone. No. But that's one of the reasons I'm alive. It is. I know it is. It has to be. I've so much experience with Satan. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. God knows that. I even know how he'll mess with you today, probably. The different ways he'll mess with you out there throughout this day. I know how he will, and his angels. You know, even without you knowing it. Yeah, I admit it. I admit it, you know. I had nothing to live for. I wanted Satan to win. I wanted him to win. I did. Against anything godly. I wanted him to win. I did. I admit that. Even at the cost of my own life. I wanted him to win. I did. I admit that. I thought he was in the right. I did. You know what I mean? I thought God went bad. I did. Enough about that. But yeah, I can be cruel. I can. But I've been around cruelty my whole life. Yeah, that's why. Yeah. I'm surprised that there's someone out there that isn't cruel. I'm surprised. God knows that shocks me. That there's someone out there that's not cruel. Like the enemy is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know, being chastised by God is one thing. But being whipped is another. Being whipped by the enemy is another thing compared to being just chastised by God. Corrected rather than being whipped to the ground. You know what I'm saying? And anytime somebody cuts me down, like throughout my life, and they still cut me down, I set it up. I do. I set people up to cut me down. Look at me. I'm for all to see right now. I'm for all to see, to target right now. No hiding. You can't hide from God anyway. So why bother? So for all to see, to target me, to think they're top dog, to think they're top dog on their throne seat, to target me. That's intentional. You know what I mean? Yep. That's one of the reasons I make videos, is to be targeted. Surprise. Yeah. But I mentioned that in another video. One of the reasons I want the enemy to target me, focus their attention on me. Yeah. In any way possible. If they're focused on me, they're not focused on destroying people. Think about it. They can't. You know what I mean? It's impossible to do two things at once. You know what I'm saying? They're watching my video. They're not destroying somebody if they're watching my video. It's logic. You know what I'm saying? Basics are key. It's logic. Watch my video, cutting me down. You're not cutting somebody else down. You're not destroying somebody else. See how that works? It's impossible. Yeah, that's part of the game. Yeah, it's part of the warfare. So being cut down is a good thing. It is. For a lot of reasons. I can take the heat. Yeah. I was surprised that Jesus was treated worse than me, cut down more than me. I was surprised at that. That's how trained I am. That's how trained I am at being cut down. You know what I'm saying? The cut downs I hear from people now, I've heard like 30 years ago towards me. The cut downs that people are giving me now, I heard like 30 years ago. See what I mean? I'm prepared. I'm prepped. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Soon to be the most hated person on the earth. You wait. Yeah. For all to know, for all to see. Yeah. God's prepped me to be hated publicly. Be known as hated publicly. I'm being prepped. It's not a joke. So, yep. So, but all in God's timing. All in God's timing. There's a reason why I've been heavily prepped for any onslaught. Any. So, but God's trying to stop me from being cruel in return. He just wants, it's okay to have the onslaught come my way, but don't try to be cruel in return. Yeah, which is a new skill. It is. It's a new skill. That's part of the axe, is my words. It's a big part of the axe. It is. Huge. Huge. Especially if you're right in front of me. I could tear you apart in like 2 seconds. If you're right in front of me. I can see all your weaknesses. Spiritual, physical, everything. Everything. Right before me. Especially now with Holy Spirit. I can see your uncleanliness in front of me. I can point it all out. Right before me. I can tear you apart. I can. It's no joke. I'm ruthless. I can be ruthless. I can. I'm just waiting for someone to cut me down first, and then I go bam, right in their face. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I get shocked at who cuts me down. I'm like, they're cutting me down? What? What? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying not to be cruel. Like, if I was them, I would have quit on life like a long time ago. Like, ended myself. No, I'm not joking. That's why I'm wondering. I'm like, I hope no one ended their lives by what I've said to them. I hope not. If so, I'm sorry. I can be cruel. I can be that cruel. I can. So, because I've received that cruelty most of my life. So, if I have to take it, you have to take it. That's what I say. You can take it as well. God's like, no. We're doing it a better way. We're going a different way. But anyways, that's what I realized. I can be really cruel. You know what I mean? Just show me any part of your belief system. It's over. I can make fun of that. I can hit you on those parts of your belief system that are, you know what I mean? I mean, any belief system I can hit you. You know what I mean? You name it. So that's what I gotta work on. I can be cruel. I can. But it's easy to be cruel when you have no friends. Well, it seems like it. Have nothing to live for. It's just you. When it's just you, it's easy to be cruel. It is. You're like, I have nothing anyways. I have nothing to live for anyways. Why, you know what I'm saying? Why not try to destroy the people that tried to destroy me? Why not? You know? Tit for tat. God assures me vengeance is his. You know. But anyways, I gotta go. I'm gonna visit a friend. You know. So, positive things. Positive things. But anyways. Yeah. I learned from the best on how to be cruel. Yeah. For sure. I learned cruelty more than anything else on this earth. I learned cruelty. I did. It's only recently I'm learning love. Only recently. I'm learning what love is. Only recently. But before that, it was all, yeah. That's how mean I can be. I'm like, I hope they're still alive. The people that I was cruel to, I hope they are. If not, oh well. You know, it is what it is. You know what I mean? I've walked that road myself. I've walked that road myself. You know what I mean? Just like, you know, why not someone else walk that road as well? The road of death. I walked it myself. You know what I mean? You know. Anyways, that's all I'll say. Kind of a grim video, but very true. I can be mean. Super mean. Super duper mean. I pretend like I can't hit you where it hurts. God knows, when it comes to me, looks are very deceiving. I look like an easy target. I look pathetic. Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. You know what I'm saying? Don't be fooled. Because, yeah. Because I can be mean. I can be mean. Super mean. That's why you see no friends around me. Ever. No one. No relationship with anybody. In the bed next to me. Nothing. That's how mean I am. That's how cruel I am. Yep. Yeah, just like the Wolverine. Even sleeping next to somebody, he accidentally scratches them with his claws. You know what I mean? He does. He's a walking weapon. Wolverine's a walking weapon. He is, in many ways. Even with his words, he's a walking weapon. So am I. I'm a walking weapon. I am. I don't need physical weapons. I'm a walking weapon. I am. Anyways, that's all I'll say for this video. Is that I acknowledge I can be cruel. I can. Very cruel. themselves. I hope they don't. That cruel. Well, tit for tat. Cruel to me, cruel to you.